This K&N air intake system is designed to increase vehicle power and acceleration by reducing restriction in the intake path. The 57-2556 air intake has received a CARB EO number, and it is street legal in all 50 states. This air intake system fits 2004, 2005, 2006, and 2007 Ford F150 pickups with 5.4-liter engines in addition to other vehicles identified on the K&N website or catalog. K&N power testing showed an estimated power gain of 15 horsepower at 3,829 RPM with this air intake installed on a 2005 Ford F150 with a 5.4-liter engine. Actual results will vary depending on the condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. With the air intake installed, we ran the vehicle on the dyno to test the sound comparison versus the stock intake. The intake kit includes components that have been designed or matched to the needs of these vehicles to produce a safe horsepower increase. Detailed installation instructions are included with this kit. The tools needed for this install are shown. Turn off the ignition and disconnect the negative battery cable. Disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Rotate crankcase vent hose locking ring and pull crankcase vent hose off air filter housing. Unhook wiring harness retaining clip from Airbox. Disconnect the brake booster vent line from the air filter housing. Pull up on the heater control valve and wiring harness mounting clips to unhook them from the Airbox mounting studs. Remove the 4 Airbox mounting bolts shown with a 10mm socket. Remove the intake tube mounting bolt shown. Remove the entire intake tube and filter assembly from vehicle. On vehicles that are equipped with the intake tube support bracket, remove the 2 13mm nuts securing the intake tube support bracket to remove it. On vehicles that are equipped with the intake tube support bracket, reinstall one of the 13mm nut removed in step 7 onto the lower mounting stud and tighten. Disconnect the TPS sensor electrical connection from the throttle body. Remove the 4 10mm bolts retaining the throttle body to the intake manifold. Lift the throttle body from the intake manifold. Then disconnect the throttle body motor electrical connection. Using the 10mm bolts removed in step 10, secure the throttle body to the K&N throttle body adapter with the gasket. Install the throttle body assembly onto the intake manifold with the hardware provided. Reconnect the throttle body motor and TPS electrical connections. Install L bracket onto the heat shield with the hardware provided. Install the edge trim onto the heat shield. Some trimming of the edge trim may be necessary. Install the provided nut inserts into the Airbox mounting holes. Loosen the coolant recovery hose, hose clamps, and then remove the factory recovery hose. Be sure to catch any coolant which flows out of the radiator during hose removal. Be sure to let the engine cool completely before removing the overflow hose, or hot coolant will escape from the radiator and injury or damage may result. Install the supplied coolant recovery hose and secure with the provided hose clamps. Install the heat shield and secure it with the provided hardware. Due to manufacturer inconsistencies, some vehicles may not be equipped with the threaded hole in the factory filter mounting plate. For these vehicles, it will be necessary to drill a 1/8-inch hole in the air filter mounting plate and attach the heat shield bracket with the sheet metal screw provided. Remove the 2 screws that secure the mass air sensor to the airbox with the wrench provided, then remove the mass air sensor. Install the